Making Moves inesisungulu somklomelo wemali over 50,000 rand to invest in a business. 13 entrepreneurs will get a chance to showcase their businesses. Each entrepreneur will get an opportunity to pitch for this investment into their business. The judges will use their own discretion. Ukuthi abangakhetha ukuthi ibaphi osomabhizinisi abane will go through to a final episode where they will battle it out for the grand prize. Bukela Making Moves njalo ngomsombuluko ngo-2 p.m. kwi-SABC 1 Mzansi for sure.
This media campaign that we want to embark on, we want to even get human mannequins.
Okay, your time's up, sir. Thank you very much. I haven't seen anything yet where I'm like, wow, that's so different from anything else that I've seen.
If you go anywhere else, just know that you are buying a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff.
I think that it's something worth looking into.
Is that enough edge?
The South African fashion industry is on a rise. Lokho ke futhi kudalwa ukuthi baningi ke abantu lapha eSouth Africa abesefuna ukuthenga ke izimpahla ezenziwe kama designer alapha ekhaya. The market is also helped by an array of fashion bloggers, enthusiasts, and curators facilitating the growth of the industries. I-Fashion Kraal yona ke isiza ke labo somabhizinisi abasebenza kuyona lenkundla. Njengoba ke lesi sitolo lesi ke sona sidayisa izimpahla ezidesignwa ama-designer alapha ekhaya. Lezo zimpahla lezo sinaliyanto lena encane ongathi wena iphuma phesheya kodwa kube ke izimpahla ezenziwe lapha ekhaya.
Sure everyone, this is Lebu Khwadi from Fashion Kraal. I am the co-owner here. You can find us at Corner Commissioner and Loveday in the Joburg CBD. You can contact us through our social pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter at Fashion Kraal.
Namhlanje ngisesiphithini ke salapha eGoli namaphethelo in the CBD lapho khona ngizohlangana nensizwa igama lakhe kuthiwa uLebuhang ongomunye ke babaphathi besitolo esaziwa ngokuthi i-Fashion Kraal. Uyabona ke isitolo lesabo koLebuhang bona ke badayisa izimpahla kodwa ke badayisa ngenye ke indlela eyahlukile kunezinye ke izitolo esizibonayo lana ngaphandle. Into engifuna ukuyazi ukuthi le mpahla zabo bayidayisayo bayithatha kanjani futhi basebenzisana kanjani ke nalabo bantu labo ababadayisela impahla zabo. I-Fashion Kraal.
Yeah.
Isikhona itolo la ngaphandle.
Yes.
Yini yenza ukuthi lesitolo senu lesi esila kule ndawo sihluke kunalezi ezinye ezikhona lezi ngaphandle?
Sincane, but we do very big business. We have a huge traffic coming into the store, simply because of into esiyenzayo sithengisa impahla zala ekhaya, South African. The only international thing we have in here is the shoes. So we have our anchor brand, Cloud9 Bonngoe. So it's 7 years old actually. So it's older than the store itself. Yes. So it's Pushayona going further. As Tina, we are proud ourselves with distributing or retailing local designers who present good quality to the market. Yeah.
No, integrate. Man vula le store lesi was it decision lebe nithathile ukuthi nifuna ukupha local designers i-platform nabo ukuthi bayithengise or into emane yazenzakalele ukuthi abantu bafuna ukuthengisa nababezela.
No, that was the strategy going into business, to say ukuthi there's a lot of local designers who are seeking of platforms like this one. Bafuna space now. Yes. So we made it easier, like get rid of the red tape and make it easier for whoever wants to do good business to come in. Yeah.
So mntaba ngizwile ukhuluma about Cloud9 nani.
Yebo.
Asikhulumelana siphetheni ke la siqala.
Lana siphethe i-range flight club. Yes, so these are just the basic t-shirts akhona.
Ungabamba ngara.
Yeah, ungabamba.
Okay.
Yes.
So iyo le range yakhona.
So this range came off, or it was born rather, of the flight suit range that we started.
Yeah. La
bagcwele maningi.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
So sinale t-shirt ngangibolela kancane sisaphindisa
Akuna stress.
nala and then size kuma shorts
Yeah, siphetha ama-shorts lana.
Yeah.
This
I
is
like
the
that.
Hustlers Club collection.
Yeah.
These are our shorts, swim shorts.
Yeah.
Yabona siphetha amakhala maningi lana.
Yeah.
So you can just have a choice ukuthi ufuna maphi.
okay
Yes.
ake suke ngapha siye ngale sihlabele mgama.
We're on point right now. Everything is going well for us. So I think that in 5 years' time, we will be at our peak. Lebo is a very kind person and generous and very understanding. So to me, he's not only a boss, he's more like a brother. So we've got a very good friendship and relationship type of thing.
So lana siphethe i-collaboration yaka Lisa and Cloud9.
Iyole.
Yeah, iyo leyo. So these are lady stuff. So this is more obviously office wear.
Yeah.
Naya laphaya besimdressile.
Ilegqoke i-mannequin laphaya.
Ilegqoke i-mannequin.
Yeah.
I love coming to Fashion Girl because, I mean, they've got variety and their clothes are mostly unisex, so I'm not restricted into buying female clothes. I can also wear the guys' shirts, for instance, and not look like I'm necessarily wearing a guy's shirt. So that's what I really love about Fashion Girl.
So i-relationship onayo ne nabantu abathengisa la ekhaya inibanikeza ispace ukuthi bazothengisa la ekhaya nisebenzisana kanjani na?
Basically, you come here, Tina, we look at your clothing or the quality of it. So we position ourselves as curators, basically. Yes. So if we are in agreement with you've got stuff that we like, then we sign a memorandum of understanding whereby the terms are just basic, like 35% of the retail price that you give us. Okay. So we don't question you on your retail price, but we will advise if it's not within our range. Maybe look at these kind of prices, and then obviously consider the 35% or how you incorporate it in your production.
Sheshes Coco.
Hola Coco, I think bonise ngapha siphethe ama-flight suit la ngitshela ngawo earlier.
Yeah,
yiwo lawa. Abona ne-Flight Club badge, Cloud9 there. Yeah. So this is how they look from the front. And then this is how they look from the back. And then this is basically our own design or translation of flight suits. As you know, there's a number of them out there, but this is the original.
The original yakho. Thungwe la ekhaya.
Yeah.
No ngiyayithanda. So manje na ke le flight suit ngoba iyasho mana hambe eqolo ngeprice.
Yeah.
Like ithini?
It discounted, it's 999.
999.
Yeah.
No, I discounted enhle ke le ngoba sibonile amanye akhangale ngeprice.
Yeah.
Yibo baba.
So ngifuna ukubonisa, then we did a supplement as well.
Yeah.
This is one of the jackets. It was of the winter range, now Flight Club range. This is we had the gold, and then we had the silver one. Yes. So it's two colors. Yeah. This is how they look. Yeah. And then nazo uyakwazi then ukufaka i-name tag yakho la. Kube mnandi ekhaya.
Yes sir. So I also see futhi khona nezabantwana ngapha athi ngithi nama jumpsuit abo small niyabenza.
Yeah, so this is wabona manipusha ama-family vibes. Yeah. Yeah, nifuna nje ukumesha nabantwana. Yeah. Then you can get them, you know, the same suit.
Currently, as at today, as we speak, I'm not a big believer in your business.
Ukukhula lapha eSouth Africa entsha futhi ke ngemva kokuthi sisanda ukuthola nenkululeko yethu lokho kwanikeza uLebo ithuba lokuthi yena azibone ngathi yangakwazi ukuzakhela ke ikusasa eliqhakazile. Sithole ithuba lokuthi siye siyomvakashela kubo lapha eSoweto lapho sixoxisene khona ke nabazali bakhe futhi nomunye umngani wakhe abasitshele ngemvelaphi yayo ke lensizwa.
Lebo was born Moprotia North. My upbringing was quite a normal one. Kikeni Skolo ko Kutala Primary, that's where I started my grade 1. And then I moved to Lenasia Collins when I was doing grade 2. And then repeated a year because I was not proficient in English.
e le ngwana o botlhale mara a sa bontshe goreng ga o mo lebele tla re ngwana o slow but o ne a le botlhale ga di results di tswa end of the year na tswa amongst top 5.
I wasn't the average student, but I was an achiever. Like I achieved a lot in terms of my academics, but I think I didn't do enough. I was also a slacker.
I remember one day, Baba Fili a reading lesson. He didn't prepare. Was saying hard transportation if mama buka tlamele ke bale mona zange bale ke wa sa bala leo a se bjalo thoma o lla mo tla thoma ra bala be okay tsama o ya skolo we see her na teacher o re aya coming back he was so happy mama I managed to read ke badile ke that's my boy. Relationship ya ka Lebo stunning. We share everything. Hana le problem. I hesitate to tla mo nna re mma ke na le bothata bo so.
When I was from an 8-year relationship, so I wasn't home for that 8 years, and yeah, I mean, I had to come back Untlung. And not literally come back to stay Mona, but had to come back in terms of hotola emotional support.
Lebo hard relationship ya fela. He was so devastated. And then ut lemo hai. Ample lor mama. O fedile ka nna le molekane wa ka.
She's always been there. Like she's that one person who so kang jaja. She's guys, a lady. Yeah, a lady. Garing. Yeah, like I've had difficult times in my life, and my mom was always there to show me a way through it.
Ulebu follows through with what he intends to do. Ulebu looks into the future with positivity.
He is a person resourceful. If you hloka thuso on certain things, he's able to link you up with some of his friends.
That's what I appreciate. How look at around me, or they, no matter how far away, get drift away from Bona, they will always pull me back, to say, "Hore, we're still here for you. I mean, we want you to win," and yeah.
I think the way we unwind, I don't want to lie about it. It's almost spontaneous.
Sometimes he'll take his food truck and decide to park it at a neighborhood park and decide to sell food there. We'll come and just park our cars there, play some music and just unwind and catch up.
The social life is something I've done or engaged in all my life, so I'm still part of it. And yeah, that's what I do. I mean, I interact a lot with people, go out parties.
Fashion Crawl is an emporium that houses mainly local designers who wouldn't necessarily have a platform to sell their clothing. Ulebu ke yena ke nama-business partners akhe amabili balisungula leli business. Kodwa ke lo mbhemu uyena ke ophethe izintambo ukuthi yonke into futhi ihambe kahle. Njengamanje ke lensizwa isestudio ixoxisana noPepsi. Lapho khona ke bedingida udaba lokuthi lensizwa lena isebenza kanjani. Kuyona ke lenkundla lena ke isigcwele abantu abaningi.
Just got here at the Make You Move studios. I'm here for my studio interview. Quite excited to meet with my mentors and Pepsi. Let's see what they have for me.
Lebo started a bespoke boutique in the Johannesburg CBD with the hope of giving young designers a platform to showcase and sell their clothes. Just over a year into the business, he's here to share his experience with me, and we're going to discuss some of the challenges that he's had to deal with as an entrepreneur. Lebo, welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you, Mr. Pepsi.
Fede?
I'm not.
I'm not.
I can talk.
Sure. All right, so Fashion Kral, just
Yes.
over a year, I get.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so où va Jean?
It's going good. Some exciting things happening in Koshopong. We just had a launch at the ladies' wear. Honaje, we're trying to put in the flight suit into the shop, but it's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've gotten into an industry that's a tough industry. How can I know? The likes of Woolworths, Mr. Price are recording some of their lowest profits in the last 5-6 years. So guys are struggling, and there are various reasons. What are some of the reasons? What are some of the reasons that you struggle, and you know, the challenges that are unique to your business?
I think more the fact that we are still small, and like you said, we are competing against big multinationals. So in terms of body stock levels in Totejwalo, to compete with big companies like that, it obviously puts us a step behind them. But we are learning. We are flexible because we're still small, so it also gives us an added advantage over the big guns. So as a challenge, obviously, it's been a tough year, I think, for everyone. But we've sort of like did what big business would do and try and go deep into the marketing, deep into PR, so that people can get to know us, people can get to know what we do, and people can get to support what we do.
All right, so how are you surviving right now?
Right now, it's through innovation. Obviously, we need to come up with fresh things or have fresh stuff in the shop that will bring the crowds, that will bring the people. And I think we sort of like got into something right now. We started manufacturing the flight suits, and they are doing quite well. So we are bringing them into the shop. And then we just also incorporated the ladies' wear or ladies' fashion into the shop, because we used to predominantly have menswear. So now with that, we have a few more foot traffic coming into the shop.
What I'm about to say is I don't want you to take it the wrong way.
Okay.
Right. Is that currently, as at today, as we speak, I'm not a big believer in your business. Local designers and local fashion entrepreneurs are disadvantaged in this country because you're dealing with the big retailers who buy volume. You can't compete with them on price.
Yep.
You can't compete with them really. The quality will be the same as yours because, you know, in the past that the big retailers would offer slightly, you know, lower quality and whatnot. They are now getting to a place where they are on trend. So Bomazara, they change their shelves every 2 weeks, and they're taking stuff that's on the runways, and it's very trendy. So where do you find your place in that whole landscape? That's quite a complicated landscape right now. So I'm worried about you because I'm feeling like Agna Nix that I can speak to that I'm saying, okay, that's unique, and that's different. Therefore, this guy is going to blow the lights out.
So we do everyday wear, but obviously Ronari, it's got a South African touch. It's something exclusive in a sense that you will not get it at the big retailer.
You have got nice foot traffic, 1,000 people walking in and out of the store. Although I didn't quite agree with your 60%, you're saying you're converting 60%, which is very high for retail.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you're converting that kind of number. And then if you base it on your turnover, it would mean that each customer is only spending 26 Rand, which something's off with that number, right? And then What turnover do you have to be making in order for you to start making money? What's your break-even point?
I think 80,000 is a fair amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to increase the business about 4 times in size
Yeah.
in order to meet that number.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
Push. Obviously, like I said, space is a constraint, so we need to move to a bigger space or look at, getting into a bigger space, not move.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, if you move into a bigger space, that minimum turnover number has to become 200 because your expenses are going to increase. So how do you keep your cost base the same and increase that turnover up to 80,000?
So for now, we've been very lucky in terms of getting additional shop space at Mainland Mall. So for us, it's more of a research project or a test in terms of if we move from the CBD or if we extend to outside the CBD to, say, a mall, what are the numbers going to be like? So for now, we've been afforded that opportunity to try out at Mainland because they have free available space until next year, Jan.
All right, Praka, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll speak to you again soon, and I wish you the best of luck in the business. I do think that the magic is going to be finding that USP.
USP.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Businesses such as Fashion Kraal are necessary to help boost the local fashion industry. However, Lebo still needs to find a better strategy to position his fashion boutique to succeed. I'm sending him off for a coaching session with Palesa Mabidilala to share some ideas that Lebo could use to grow his market share.
How I found the interview was quite grilling, but informative in terms of things that I need to look out for my business. I'm here to learn, so for me it's quite exciting to have people engage with me with my space rather. Yeah.
Where you are right now, is there more that can be done around there to capitalize on that market that is around you?
Pitching for funding is a necessary exercise for entrepreneurship. Palesa is going to sit down with Lebo to help him resolve some of his challenges. Ngemva kwalapho-ke bazobe bexoxisana kabanzi ukuthi-ke le nsizwa inaziphi-ke izidingo zemali lapha ebhizinisini lakhe, futhi-ke bazomsiza ngokuthi ipitch yakhe yakusasa ayenze kanjani.
Have you capitalized enough on the people that are around you, or do you need to still attract them more? Because there's 2 different marketing strategies here. There's the people that know your brand, who are not necessarily in your area, but would come because they know your brand and they like it. Then there's people who are around the area, who are just around, they see your brand, they see it, and they're like, I like that, I'm gonna go in. That's 2 different marketing strategies.
True.
You see what I'm trying to say?
True.
So I want to understand where you are right now. Is there more that can be done around there to capitalize on that market that is around you? Because that is not necessarily the social media people.
Yeah.
That's why it's not converting.
Yeah.
There's loyalists, people that love the brand, but it's not necessarily converting to buying.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? They just love being part of this culture. It's this thing.
Yes.
But we want them to buy.
To buy, yeah.
But the people that are buying are the people that are around here. So how are you capitalizing on the people that are actually spending money?
I think the biggest win would be improving on our customer experience.
I see.
I think that will go a long way in terms of getting the people to eventually reach into their pockets and buy.
So that marketing strategy is great for creating this brand presence, but you need to convert that to sales. Otherwise, you're creating a culture, but it's not increasing revenue.
Finding a way of making these customers that walk in into a profit or turning them into a profit. So we need to improve on the customer experience so that we get to keep them.
Then there's the issue of the storage space. So you say there's a new, fly suit?
Yeah, flight suit.
Flight suit.
Flight suit,
that you've launched.
Yes.
And it's taking off.
It's taking off.
What's the story there? What do you need to get that going?
I think that has got us a lot of attention, and it has made us aware of the broader market that's out there, and it's got us into a position where we need to now look further than where we are.
I see.
Yeah, so looking at pop-ups so that there's more accessibility in terms of the product.
Okay.
Or the people finding the product.
Okay.
And making.
Who is that person? Who are these clients that are buying the flight suits?
So you'll be amazed. It's the fresh and funky that we've always targeted, but now we are even crossing over to the family side of things, where the adults are buying it, and because we have a kiddies version of it, so they would buy for the kiddies as well.
So they mustn't become too comfortable, where you're now this brand, but you're not making more money. You still need to be in the game of making money. And that's what I need. They need to focus on more on that.
It's an exciting opportunity for us to crack that market and obviously, you know, get some sort of return from it.
If you were to get 50,000 rands from Making Moves, how would you use it? What are the ideas that you have to leverage that 50,000 rands?
Obviously, we need to make more noise. We need to be on people's mouths. So we need to get out there and do more marketing and PR.
Okay.
But that also speaks to us positioning us or having more touch points for the customer.
Okay.
So we're looking at things like pop-ups. We're looking at things like you know, making the online store more customer friendly. More interactive.
I want to see how we can make that 50,000 rands something that'll excite something, it'll ignite something. That's the idea of that 50K. Yeah. So I like the idea of a pop-up, branding, but try and emphasize where you'd be positioning it, or if you had to do a website revamp, try and focus on what would you do differently, because you're already doing marketing strategy, you're already doing social media. Don't go do more of the same thing. If you got 50K, you're not going to go do more of the same. You're not going to use a 50K to start a new marketing campaign. Maybe get a celebrity endorsement. So you understand what I'm trying to say? It has to be, we're doing something different and it's going to ignite something.
Yep. I think Palisa is great. She's very insightful. She does deserve to be a coach because I think I took a lot from her.
I think he needs to focus on, if we had 50,000 rands to drive more sales, what would that be? And my suspicion on what would increase more sales is a strategy for in-store marketing where he currently is, or an online strategy for that new client that he's not used to attracting, that is actually spending money.
I can't see how you're going to differentiate from what's already out there.
The design might look similar to something you've seen before, but it is actually different.
Yeah. By March next year, there are going to be knockoffs of the suits.
Lebo.
Yes, sir.
Kunjani bhuti?
Hayi, jabule ukubona futhi kumnandi.
No, kujabule mina mntaka baba. Izolo uxoxile necoach yakho.
Yeah.
Yakunikeza ama tips nyana ambalwa.
Amaningi, yeah. Yeah.
Uzizwa kanjani?
A bit nervous, but things are again.
What's making you a bit nervous? You've been in business for a while. Into zakho lezi.
Baba ngithi yazi masiqala sikhipha imali from our own pockets. Manje sesifuna le yabelungu.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite anxious.
Yeah.
You know, going for somebody else's money.
Yeah.
It's serious business.
All the best bakulindile ngaphakathi. Bathathu, uPepsi, uMartin, necoach yakhe izolo-ke nabo bakhona.
Yeah.
Hopefully yonke izohamba kahle ngithi.
I hope so too. Thank you, man.
Ngakho-ke hayi ngamthatha kungene naye.
Ngithatha ubaby wami.
Sure. All the best.
Sure.
Lebo, welcome back to Making Moves.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Very nervous.
Very nervous.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate feeling.
Yeah.
All right. So take it easy, breathe in, relax, bring your A game. So you have 4 minutes to pitch us your business and tell us why we should give you money. And my co-judges who will be making a decision on whether we think you should go forward or not. You've met Palisa, you spent some time with her yesterday, and this is Martine. You've got 4 minutes, which starts now.
Thank you. Hi, ladies and gents. My name is Lebo. I'm from Fashion Crowd. I'm one of the co-founding members of 3. Fashion Kraal basically is a retail boutique that retails ready-to-wear local clothing, basically. We are an exclusive retailer to local designs, and we support local. Over the years, which is 2 years now, we started in 2014, we have cultivated a certain target market. And this target market derives from the brands that we carry at Fashion Kraal, mainly Cloud9, which is our anchor brand. We carry Big Sky. We carry Ganda Ganda by MIE from the popular hip-hop group Tear Gas. And they've helped us cultivate a very lucrative target market. And I'm about to tell you about our target market, which is people who are fashion forward, people who set trends. These are people who like being exclusive. These people also have something that they care about, which is creating memories, and which is also creating a family environment or community. And we've managed to kind of translate this into the fashion that we make, mainly Cloud9. As you can see, today I'm wearing one of our pilot suits. This is currently retailing and doing great for us in terms of getting into the market and getting greater access into the market. And then we realized that there is a growth opportunity in what we're doing. Currently, we are producing a massive load of these flight suits simply because of the demand. And because of this demand, we've seen an opportunity whereby we can go forward and get more of our core market that we already have, but in other regions, and also activate our new kiddies range, which is also family orientated. So this is the opportunity that we have since seen. So the idea basically is to launch a festive pop-up at Menlyn. We've acquired space and we are ready to take occupancy. And I'm about to also tell you that if we get this 50,000 that's on offer, it will be dedicated to this pop-up, simply because that we need to attract more of the family market that we want to tap into, and also increase our current market share, which is our current base, which is limited to Gauteng, but we are trying to spread our wings to Menlyn, which is Pretoria, the embassy hub. So I'm about to also tell you now that with the 50,000, if we do get it, we're going to engage in this huge campaign, media campaign, which will help us activate inside the Menlyn Mall and to attract some of the foot traffic that they have, because they have about 1.2 million people coming into the mall per month. And they turn over about 300 million a month. So we want to tap into that market. And with the 50,000, what we aim to do is hire and train staff for about 8,000. This is the staff that will be working at this pop-up shop that we're putting together. And then we want to invest 20,000 into additional inventory to make more of these kiddies suits. And we want to also invest 10,000 in shop fitting so that we keep the look and feel that we have created in Joburg CBD, take it further into Pretoria, Menlyn.
Okay, your time's up, sir. Thank you very much. How do you feel about your pitch?
Still quite nervous in terms of my speaking voice, but I did my best.
Okay, so we're going to go into a 2-minute question and answer,
okay,
where we'll get some points of clarity.
All right.
If we didn't understand something or we perhaps want to dig for more information. Martine?
Yeah, I just want to know, you say that you're going to be using some of the money for a media campaign. What current methods are you using for marketing?
Currently, we are big on social media. So
yeah.
We are on all 3 big social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And with this media campaign that we want to embark on, we want to even get human mannequins who are going to help us activate and create some sort of activity at our pop-up. We're also thinking of maybe getting a flash mob to draw attention towards our shop, and that's basically what we are currently thinking about now.
I haven't seen anything yet where I'm like, wow, that's so different from anything else that I've seen. You know, is it the flight suit? Are you a one-trick pony? This is the thing that's going to take the brand forward. I can't see how you're going to differentiate from what's already out there.
All right. To answer your question, I'd say that currently we are focusing on the flight suits because that's what the market wants. However, our unique selling proposition in our instance is that we want to position ourselves as curators of cool local fashion. So, for instance, these flight suits are only exclusively available at Fashion Kraal. So if you go anywhere else, just know that you are buying a knockoff of a knockoff of a knockoff.
Alyssa?
Quick question. Your market, do they like you because of your style of clothes, or do they like it because of that movement, being curators of local products? Why I'm asking that is if you are in Menlyn, are you going to be leveraging the fact that you're selling local, or are you leveraging the design, the look, the feel? What is the big draw card that you're sure you're going to be able to make those sales?
So the big draw card will be the fact that we haven't realized the full potential of these flight suits. We haven't tapped into the market that we know want these flight suits, because on a daily we get requests from people from all over the country asking for these flight suits, and that has given us enough conviction to say we want to spread our wings even more so that we can get this market, as well as the fact that Cloud9 as a brand has been around for 7 years. So people do know of this brand, and they do support it. So like I said, we believe in exclusivity, and Cloud9 has kept that exclusivity from the day of inception to this point. And we have been selling it in the last 2 years, aggressively so, and people are liking it.
Okay, your time's up, sir. Thank you very much. We'll deliberate and then call you back.
Thank you. Quite intense, a lot of anxiety from my side, but I think it went well.
Yes. I don't know if they'll be making money in April next year.
In 6 months, yeah.
Considering though, it's a 9-year-old business, that brand has been selling for 9 years. That shows progress. For small entrepreneurs, a hell of a lot more than you can say for your average small business that has started in retail.
Yeah, they're cool. No
there.
doubt. No, they're cool.
Yes.
But there are lots of cool kids in fashion that don't necessarily make money. All right, Fashion Kraal. Balisa, what do you think?
I like the entrepreneur. I like the fact that they've got staying power. They've had this brand that has stayed with them for so long. I also like the fact that because they had the Cloud9 and then they leveraged some new product and it took off, which I like, you know, diversify, add something new, and it did take off, and they're leveraging that, which is good. So I think that it's something worth looking into.
But is that the edge? Is that enough edge?
I don't know how sustainable it is,
That's
because
a big worry.
it's a very competitive space.
Yes.
I don't feel like his offering is unique enough. However, if you're looking for someone who's going to turn that 50,000 around
into something,
because they've got a quick opportunity, it's now.
Yes.
I don't know if they'll be making money in April next
in
year.
6 months, yeah.
Considering though, it's a 9-year-old business, that brand has been selling for 9 years. There are people that know how to attract their market and to keep them following them, which means for them to even have brought in this new flight suit, they look to see, okay, what else can we do that's new? And it took off. So they are the type of people that understand their market, because 9 years is a long time to understand your market.
They've only had a shop for 2 years, huh?
Yes, but the brand has been selling. The Cloud9 brand is an old brand, and people
They're
love it.
making money.
How do you know they haven't been making money?
Because I spoke to him.
I think they've been making good enough money for them to be able to keep their shop going, keep their staff going. For a small entrepreneur, that's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and if you go from like 3 employees to 5 employees to that shows progress. For small entrepreneurs, a hell of a lot more than you can say for your average small business that has started in retail.
By March next year,
Yeah.
there are going to be knockoffs of the
Yes.
suits.
He needs to find other methods of selling these suits other than the Menland thing, beyond the Menland thing. Because it worries me that there's a short lifespan on this. So he needs to find the next best thing and what happens beyond Menland.
I've looked at his numbers. Margins are good. Turnover's really slow.
This could increase that.
This is a short-term
Only now.
opportunity.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it's a short-term opportunity.
And
And we
let's
can't
introduce
treat it.
another
We can't treat it like it. Well, because he's not in control. He didn't create
Yes.
this Menland opportunity.
Yes.
It's the mall itself is bringing together a whole bunch of small,
How did they get
fashion
picked?
outfits.
How did they get picked?
Yeah, they're cool.
There's something
No
there.
doubt. No, they're cool.
Yes.
But there are lots of cool kids in fashion that don't necessarily make money.
The other thing that I'm concerned about is the media campaign. Because they're taking a big chunk of money and putting it into a media campaign that's linked to this short-term
Yes.
gain,
Yes.
right? I would definitely look at, I mean, they've got a store now, it's running for 2 years. I'd look at the next step, which is e-commerce.
The type of market that he attracts, it's these young cats that also like the experience of shopping with them. It's part of the whole experience. I think that's the whole thing about them. It's not the fact that I just like the flight suit.
He needs a
Yeah.
sensibility
Okay.
that you can easily point to, and then he needs a
That-
bigger range.
Yeah, where you
Yeah.
can say that's so fashion craft.
Let's call him back in.
Lebo,
Sure, Peter.
before ngena ngaphakathi, bo nervous.
Kakhulu.
You are still nervous, ushaya pitch futhi.
Yeah, eish. Yathusa mfethu.
Iyathusa.
Yeah, yathusa.
Yini maybe ikuvimbela ukuthi ukwazi ukuthi ukhama ama nerves akho ukuthi wehle umoya upitch kahle.
Ile high school teacher yami le yangichwenza manje since ngisaba ukwenza ama presentation. But I think I must go back and polish up because I think I'm now in the space so ukuthi siyenza ama pitch, so yeah.
Baba bakulindile ke ake uyozwa ke ukuthi ke athini ngama judges wethu fisela inhlanhla futhi ne.
Ngiyabonga Peter.
Ungathuki ndoda.
Asekuqedile.
Sewuqedile.
Sengiqedile.
Shona khona.
Ethe.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, sir.
After that disastrous pitch, how are you feeling?
Calm.
Yeah?
Calm.
I'm kidding, it really wasn't bad. It was a decent pitch.
Thank you.
I like the fact that you got, most people don't get to the end. They waffle on detail. You got to the end. You got to a place where we knew exactly what you were doing and exactly what you needed money for. So that's good.
Thank you.
Okay. Feedback?
Yeah. Okay, Lebo, what I'd like to see is you're very focused in these jumpsuits, right? I'd like you to go and see what the next best thing is. What happens after that?
Okay.
Because the way I see it, it's a short-lived.
Of course.
It's great. It's a great turnaround at the moment.
Yes.
But what's the next step after that? So
We're
go and
working on
research
it,
and
yeah.
then come and share with us what you found.
Okay.
Okay.
Two things. Your marketing campaign for the pop-up. I think that's your sweet spot that you would be wanting to motivate for your 50K. If you can just go into a little bit more about what it is, the strategy behind that marketing campaign. And then the second thing is, if this exciting thing that's happening now, a person wants to understand that if this thing now drops, say in a few months, it's a fad, everyone is excited, everyone buys, and then it stops. What happens to the rest of your business? Do your other brands have enough to sustain the business going forward if this had to come to an end? And like what Martin was saying, what would happen then? You know, what would you then do next so that you don't have this type of turnover and then you just drop? Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, I don't necessarily think the demand for jumpsuits will drop necessarily. I think one of the problems you're going to have is you're going to get knockoffs within a few months, and then it's going to be flooded, and that's what happens with local fashion brands. They knock off quickly. So your opportunity to make cash is short. And then you have to come up with another thing.
Thing.
You've got to come up with the next thing.
Another fit.
So you've got these 3, 4, 5 month cycles, and if you don't keep coming up with new stuff, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
This Menlyn thing, have you got a contract? Is it a done deal, sealed?
It's a done deal.
Paperwork?
We're completing the paperwork this Friday.
So the tasks that we'd like you to go and do, the things that we think will be beneficial for your business, whatever happens in terms of your relationship with Making Moves, the things that will be beneficial for your business that you need to go and do. One is perhaps consider kind of other distribution platforms for your jumpsuits, because you've got a period of time. Maximize the jumpsuit for as long as you can push it. Try and get it into other stores, potentially as a distribution platform. So you're not only selling it exclusively.
Yeah.
So maybe outside of Joburg, you could get it into other shops.
Okay.
So that when people in Limpopo finally catch up with the jumpsuit fashion, because it starts here, I get it, Joburg is where these trends start, they can pick up on it, right?
Yeah.
And they can find it in their own mall. I get it?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The second thing is you need to put detail to your marketing strategy for Menlyn. You need to kind of really map it out and say, what are you going to be doing?
Yeah.
And perhaps also consider how you can use that marketing strategy to kind of feed into
other
next
brands.
year
Yeah.
and other brands. And so that it's not, so to try and leverage it a little bit more, right? And part of that is how the people you engage with at Menlyn, if they become fans, how do you keep them?
Yeah.
So that they can continue to benefit your business into the future. And then lastly, we used Big Blue as an example of a sensibility. So they have got a very northern suburb, quirky sensibility, very English kind of in their approach. So when you see a certain type of t-shirt with a silly slogan, you know where it comes from.
Yeah.
I look at your stuff and I don't feel like you have a sensibility. So what's your sensibility? If I look at something and I'm like, that looks like Fashion Crown. You have to develop that. And with that, you need to get more stock into your shop. Different types of designers. It's too narrow right now. I need to walk in and have different types of local young black designers where I'm like, oh, okay, and they all fit into the Fashion Crown sensibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know it.
Okay. Palisa, what are we doing with this young man?
So, Lebu, we would definitely like you to come back. You have been moved to the next round.
Can I do my victory dance?
Do your victory dance, sir. Cool. Thank you very much. And
Thanks,
best of luck
Lebo.
with your tasks.
All the best.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Can I take it? I wasn't expecting it. It's quite a relief to know that I did something right.